This is gonna be my first recording of this video, because one, the graphics may suck on this, or they may look like a regular YouTuber's, aka not 144p, but who knows? It's a Chrome device. I'm not working with a lot here. Secondly, I don't even know if my audio is mine. I put on mic and device audio. Which may have been a stupid idea to put device audio, but also real quick before we start the season, I don't want the merge to be too cluttered. What am I doing, bruh? I'm messing this up. Okay. Now, I selected some characters that may just make people click off the video, like, why are they there, and not say most of the more important characters of their respective shows. And today, that I say, one, I wanted to character build some other characters. Two is I'm going to do what Germany couldn't do in World War II and restore some of my favorite characters personally to their former glory as not stupid idiots All-Star seasons. In particular, both their franchises All-Star seasons. And for specific characters, Alejandro, Heather, Gwen, Duncan, Cameron, Zoe, and Ellie, Tom, Alec, Tess, Hunter, and Aiden. And also, again, like I said, I wanted to do some character building. And for free, shut up, it's my season. Yeah, shut up. Alright. Let's get started with this video. Also, it's men versus women tribe divisions, because I might do some more important, more flashy, more like cool tribe divisions. In fact, I've done some ambitious stuff before I started this YouTube channel, just have some fun. Like 10 people for Total Drama Island OG versus Reboot versus Redonkul's Race, which is its own thing. Shut up, it is not part of Total Drama. It says Total Drama Presents, not Total Drama. Redonkul's Race is a spin-off. I don't care what Netflix says. But we also have this Venture Camp here, because if I mix these two shows up, if I'm this Venture Camp versus Total Drama, they can coexist. It's important later on, but for now it doesn't really matter. I might do that. Also, I might just make a whole goddamn universe out of this, like goddamn MCU for whoever the hell watches a YouTube channel called Communist Kitty 2012. It sounds a lot like a Modern Warfare 2 username. Not the reboot. May I mention that game came out like 4 years before I was even born, but with that all out of the way, we can actually start this video. So, here we go. Total Drama, men versus women. Now, first challenge, I think I'm just do real names. I guess season some well, care, matter, twist. In fact, I won't even mention who's going to be eliminated. I will be reading the votes. MenVWomen. So hard. Alright, let's spin to start the season. Here we go. So one lands on the lose their winner. That's how this will work in this series. Alright, men win challenge. And I don't want two odd numbers, so some of these I'll force a win to make the merge a little bit more even. Most of the time I make it even between men and women, but I don't really want it to be too rigged. So men win the challenge. And in all fairness, I mean, Jasmine is clearly carrying the challenges on her tribe. And when a tribe loses, I will show alliances and stuff, mix around them for the first time. Which is why I'm not starting off with men alliances or anything. They'll be discussed once they lose and have to vote someone off, which is when they're actually important. But right now, I might go for some basic alliances here, but I feel like Heather and Gwen would definitely be on opposing sides. I feel like Heather would be the more hard runner gamers of the group. Ones who definitely came here to win. While Gwen would most likely attract the women who are more casual players, who obviously are playing to win too, but they also want to have a good time. And Brett is a changed person, yes, that is true. But I feel like she'd still be on the villain side. Though it doesn't matter. And I feel like most women would probably be eliminating Ever first. Unfortunately, I couldn't make her not a Pop-Tart, so. But I'm going to assume she had some character building throughout her 2 episodes, because we're going to have the first introduction to the tribes and shit, but second episode, she still is probably going, because I feel like the more laid back girls with me. Though I bet Jade could get in with this alliance, but I would too, because it's not like they've been attracted forever, but Ellie's still a target. However, she's playing like a regular person. And time for the first rate to begin. I am not liking the women rose. We do still need some more character building on their tribe. This I already got an episode or 2. So, alright. I feel like the same situation might happen on this team. Sort of. But Tom would be leading charge against them. Also, I want Hunter out. I feel like Zayd went. And Eden went. Now, Sean and Cameron would normally just go for the easy side, but you're seeing these 4 want scare them, and force them to vote with them. And they kind of want Cameron out, but they can't for a number of reasons right now. Which is why I'm saying, Aiden, I'm sorry. You made it really far in your couple of seasons that you played. And at the end of the day, I'm causing a lot more chaos in the men's tribe than you think by doing this. Because now it's all kind of looking bad for these boys. But I'm feeling they can convince Sean get on their side. Cameron, probably not as much. I know it just said it'd be announcing the votes. But, like, I don't think they could go for that. But for now, I might be able to start discussing some votes after Ellie suffers the biggest blow she's probably ever seen in the history of her being voted off ever. But it all depends on who wins the challenge on when Ellie's expiry rate is coming in. Is not today, I guess. I mean, they do have Cameron on their team. I didn't say he too. I didn't say it. I said, it says, they do have Cameron on their team, and I don't expect to be a great challenge. But then again, Alejandro, Duncan, Alec, Sean, Hunter, and Tom are on that team. Like, even the ones who aren't as perfect at challenges ain't gonna face that big of a defeat. But I feel like announcing the votes. Currently, these men are trying to compromise the government, and well, if you guys want to make them merge all together, we gotta get out Cameron, because one, he's a previous winner. Since he was Cameron winner this season, we're rolling with it. Also, there's no lightning this season, so it doesn't really make sense to make them fight over that. But Cameron is the previous winner. Sean is too. But Sean isn't holding back the tribe. And Bowie is of course, an alternative winner. Duncan's a winner. Alejandro's an alt winner. Those facts are all true, but they're in the Villains Alliance, so they can't just go trying to friend them. But will the villains betray Cameron, or will Cameron open with them to get one of the men out, or will Cameron get backstabbed? These guys of Cameron say they want Bowie out. He's holding back the tribe the most of the 4 men. These guys go and saying, vote to Zayd. He's also not doing too well on challenges. But we gotta keep you and Bowie, of course. So votes roll in. We go. Cameron. Cameron. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna do this. Cameron. Zayd. Cameron. Whoops. Cameron. Cameron is betrayed. Cameron stuck with the Villains Alliance. No, I'm gonna say he votes for Bowie. He was gonna betray the Villains Alliance, and now with the votes, they can see that he was gonna. But it's too late. They kind of screwed up on their decision making, making it a tie. And I told you guys, I promised you guys, there'd be some drama on the men's team. But no, I guess you didn't want to listen to communists. You're kidding. That makes a lot more sense when I think about it. Shut up. I don't know if you can see the white borders, but yeah. Anyway, the men win. And I will be announcing the votes for this one because I feel like it's painfully obvious. Obviously, she fixed mistakes and the stain on her character. And Tess would have voted with her friend, but it probably wouldn't have changed much, and she probably didn't like Ever anyway. Of course, Tess would probably start campaigning for them to get out the weakest challenge competitors. She particularly hard line getting Brett out instead, but she was a part of the original Villainous Girls Alliance. But at the end of the day, everybody still recognizes that Ellie is handsome. But I feel like she becomes good friends with Gwen. Tess would stick with her, and it's hard to decide if these two would vote with her. If they do, then these two come up with the idea of getting Rosemary out, as she is, objectively speaking, the weakest challenge right. Tess hardline for Gorette, but now seeing as this plan's going through, she might flip, she might eliminate Ellie, she might not. It all depends with this vote. First vote, Rosemaria. Second vote, Ellie. Third vote, Rosemaria. Fourth vote, Ellie. Fifth vote, Ellie. Sixth vote, Ellie. Eighth vote, Rosemaria, 9th vote Rosemaria, wait, 8th vote Rosemaria, blah, blah, blah. And the person eliminated is gonna be Rosemaria. Originally, I didn't want to do this so early, but it's not like there's room for a character to grow after a game, and while we would love to see her back, it probably wouldn't be for a long time. And at the end of the day, Ellie and Tess both need a shit ton of character growth right there on All-Stars. And so does Glenn. All-Stars. Also, I'd like to see Gret do a little bit better this season, because she most likely was going to win the season until this Venture Camp All-Stars, until supposed leaks came out. I thought or it was gonna not happen, but most likely it was. But instead of going with it anyway, since it seemed like people were happy with that, then seeing Rhea make it to the finale and beat Jake, who is already a hated figure, they could have had Gret pull the underdog story and win over Jake. After all her improvements, she could have won. But no, she just gets voted off randomly in an episode that we hate. That was a rant there, and I don't know why I did it. I don't know. I'm passionate about these shows and everything. 6 people with me in this row, double one, the merge. So, we got 2 more eliminations. Who is it gonna be? Who wins the challenge? Okay, women win. We're deleting the wheel. Now it's gonna be, I feel like they both vote Bowie and Zayden just because they're weakest and they want someone to win. I just think villains are smart enough to see that. But still, Zayd's probably better than Bowie challenges. But I'm going to put Zayd and Bowie in a tiebreaker done by the wheel. Whoever it lands on is safe. Oops. This could drastically change the course of the season. Zayd is safe. Bowie is eliminated. Now, ordinarily, I said it before, I don't want things to be too even, but I kind of want to make a good story as well. So I'm going to say it's the women. And they don't know the merger's coming up, since there's still going to be 14 people left after this. So they want to eliminate the weakest challenge threat. I'm sorry, Millie, that's going to be you. Then the double elimination happens. And I feel like the boys would most likely vote off. Well, I feel like Tom votes his dissolution with Alec, but I feel like Alejandro just is not making it. Chief, he is not making it out of this one. He can't climb his way out of this one. It's just not happening. Everybody knows what he's like. Everybody watches seasons. And everybody knows Duncan too, but there's still time to get him out. And he's not as strategic as Alejandro. Still strategic. And they share this about the same challenge for a level. Mostly because Alejandro has a chance of getting cocky, like in what happened at the Coliseum Challenge in World Tour, where he confidently walked on his hands the entire time. See, in All Stars, he did well for 5 episodes, but that's because I don't know. But yeah, he's too cocky, so I feel like he believes himself a little bit more than Duncan or something. Anyway, for double elim, I still feel like Zoe's going. That threat level of being a previous winner is growing on her back so hard. And I'm going to just spoil it for everybody that will be emerged next to the contestants, so they know it's literally about to be merged. And of course, 2 winners are going out here. I mean, Alec was safe the entire time, and so was Jasmine. I mean, clearly Zoe has to get booted here. I mean, 5th place and winner rank. Her average is 3rd place. She got 3rd place in Rodeo, so her average is alt winner. That is just too hard to keep around. I know Alejandro's is 4th or 3rd, but she's technically a bigger threat. Also, Alejandro is doomed the second he got in here. Let's be honest. That threat level of every single action he's done up until this point, he was not staying. Meaning, it is an even merge, but who knows. Now, first thing, I feel like a Villains Alliance would form immediately. I feel like now Zayn and Sean are more in the middle of this, and then the heroes, but that's mostly because relationships. I feel like Zayd would actually go with the villains for one particular reason, and that's because he likes Jade a lot more than he likes literally anybody else there, because he barely even knows them. He's watched the show. He knows that someone like Duncan is a threat, but he didn't like him. Doesn't matter. At least there's someone he knows in Jade that he can stick with. Okay, so we gotta put everybody on a wheel now. And whoever wins immunity is safe. Oh, Jade, safe, and threat. Now, I don't enjoy the awkward silence we're having right now. So how about you shout out your screens and tell me this video sucks at least, because you can't comment because I'm a minor who is completely brand new. Technically I'm Gen Z because I was born in 2012, but I still indulge in as much content as any other 4-year-old. Not the same amount of content, not the same content, because I'm 12 and all the suckers probably watching Coco Melon with cuts every 4 seconds, but still. Alright, now we got all that finished up. We can do 12th to 9th place. 2 people are out there. Wait, why did I do that? Hold. 12th to 8th. 2 people are out, right? If I do 12th to 9th, that's 3 people there. Double elim. So if I put right here, then it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then 7 the first. Okay. I kind of got a little bit stupid. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Because I'm stupid, I guess. And this is still live. This is not like I had this all planned out or anything. I'm kind of just going with the flow of the season. As you can see by our giant ass wheel of names. But who will be winning immunity? It's kind of crucial. I mean, I guess we know his nickname. I'm not surprised he won immunity. But now I feel like people are more comfortable with Tom because he's a big challenge threat. It's going to be heroes versus villains, the old classic tale. And there's going to be a Duncan. Now, I want to rig this. Clearly, I can tell my questioning face on whether I want to do this or not. but that you can't even see. But I think I'm gonna rig it. Boys. Time's out. So we can go to the story. Okay, I finally made it. Now all I have to do is win that godforsaken tie challenge. He doesn't win it. So I feel like there's just more likelihood that Tom loses rather than Duncan. For free. There's less people I need to work on to fix their characters a bit more. You guys are coming up with the main story plots, and I'm coming up with the main story plots and everything. You guys get to think of how your characters would act in these situations, and we really want to win or anything. Why did I say it like that? That's kind of how it's gonna go. You guys are really writing the characters. I'm giving you all the important plot beats and the elimination order. You guys are gonna decide how people react, and I feel like I want to save the more broken characters from All Stars seasons and whatever the hell else they did on their previous seasons, so you guys can make up your mind on how they might be fixed. Obviously, there's no fixing Tom, but there's also no eliminating Tom so early. Well, I'm a good ranter. I never shut the fuck up. No wonder I'm a YouTuber. Oh god, it just dropped the F-bomb. 18 plus, boys. Who wins immunity? And it's Sean. Damn, that winner's target's probably shining like other lights. My color, bro. I know. And I feel like that's the reason the villains... So I'm going back. I'm going to promise completely to announce votes at this point. Gwen is going to get eliminated. Now hear me out. I didn't really want it to happen either. But then again, alternate winner. I mean, it's probably not the best fan to be going on to season with. Best moniker. Someone who was gonna be Owen if the brownies had conveniently been placed over the winner's line instead of under it. No, like literally, that's how she wins in her alternate winner timeline. So she's gone. Sorry, Gwen, but you gotta get the hell out of here. Also, I might do a redonkulous race if I make this universe to make a redonkulous race too. I really want the redonkulous race too, but we're never getting it. There's no chance we're getting it. I'm sorry, boys, but it literally took like from the announcement back in 2020 to 2024 for us to get a new season, 2023, 2024, for us to actually get our new season. Actually, that might have been 2020, so. I mean, even if they announced Redonkulous 2, like today, it's not happening until 2027. Alright, spin that wheel. If Gwen wins, we spin again, because I kind of forgot to lead off our wheel. And Ellie wins a challenge. Okay. I should mention all the people who've made it far before, or making it far. So I know how far Jade and Zayd will be making it in their seasons, but they've already made it pretty far. I don't know who's gonna win that season, obviously, because the season hasn't wrapped up or anything yet. We might as well reduce the numbers to 1 in 9 odds of winning, by the way, this next elimination. And I feel like it's most likely gonna be Sean. I'm saving Hunter for one more episode. I know they think he's gonna win challenges more, but I mean, Sean's really gonna win challenges too. Also, like I literally said like 2-3 minutes ago, he's a previous winner. That target does not fade lightly. In fact, it literally never fades. It goes away for a bit, but it's never ever gonna go away. So, unfortunately, Shawnee went in his second season. Wow, out of all these characters here, 2 of them don't have 100% success rate of making the merge. Yeah, Gret made the merge, I'm pretty sure. If she didn't, then only 2 have not 100% success rates of making the merge. But I feel like Jade pulls in a big game move and tries to form a women's alliance. Conveniently, at the same time, Al tries to. Jade refuses this, of course. And I feel like the protected boys, they're not voted, are definitely these 2. So, I'm gonna rig this to make Alec, or don't get to, I have no twisty bullshit or anything. But one of them are getting immunity, the other's going. Jade wins immunity. Do I really see a future where Alec loses this vote against Duncan? Previous winner has always made the merge. Throughout his staggering 4 times of playing, which is insane. But hit points, because somehow there is still a timeline out there where Beth beats him. In Beth, dude, you lost to Beth in alternate timeline. Not our timeline, but in alternate timeline, you lost to Beth. Beth, let that set in, man. So yeah, this is where you go. It's time for double elim. And I'm a Chaos lover, 69. So I'm gonna rig it. Alec wins immunity. Now I feel like Ellie and Tess are definitely protecting Hunter. Also, Jasmine did not vote again. And Sean out, so she's pissed. Well, one of the couples should go. Alec pulls in these group of people to just throw Sean in the dark. It works, which Hunter's eliminated. Next vote, I believe it's just out in Ellie's time. It removes both of Tess's allies in one fatal deadly swoop. Tess's allies in one fatal swoop. I feel like Jasmine definitely be convinced to join Alec after that. I feel like Barrett wants to go to the end of it. I feel like everything's in chaos right now, honestly. I don't know who anybody will. Would Jasmine really team up with a villain like this of his scale? I've been keeping up with everybody eliminated. So that's Hunter, Sean, and Duncan will go on. Now, at this crunch time, whoever wins immunity can change the game. At this point, because everything's probably utter chaos right now. As mentioned, there will be an alternative winner. Because, well, this is a total drama season. It has the Central Camp characters in it. It's a total drama and the Central Camp. I feel like an all winner's better. Also, Zayd and Jade making it this far again. Targets. So is Alec. So one of them probably should win immunity right now. Well, it's gonna go ground zero for them. They have to go. Now they have to go and try to defend themselves. But Alec just completely throws Jay on the bus here, I think. people like, well, Alec, you've made farther than her. Maybe. And you didn't make March both times. And you've never placed. You've always placed top 6 at least, right? So, like, you're a bigger threat, logistically. She's old. Well, look how she rallied all of you guys together. And from what I've been told, she rallied everybody together in the first place on that women's tribe. And she's rallied women together before. And she's rallied so many people together all the time. Well, you rallied that Villains Alliance up, right? So you're just as good. And Alec throws his own skills in question. No, clearly I'm not. I'm best at that because my alliances have fallen apart, haven't done much work. Meanwhile, your alliances have done almost all the dirty work. And all that. I feel like Zade's safe because this, for now, maybe call him the question later. Which is why I'm going to say 6th place is probably going to be Jade. Also, she's my current winner pick. Also, I hope Zade wins that season because he's my last surviving winner pick out of Ted who I was rooting for since the beginning. Zade and Tristan. I picked those as one of the people I want to win, but let's just hope along the way that the quality of the season picks up. But these are final 5. And I'm completely rigging it in Alex's favor so we can see a little bit more of him. And I feel like the girls would stick together under Gret's leadership at this point and get out Zane. I'm sorry, Zane. In fact, you might be placing this way anyway. I'm going to give Alec another rigged vote and send Tess the boots. No, I don't want to send Tess the boot. I'm going to go. No, you need to shut up and decide. Okay, it's going to be you. Alright. And I'm going to rig it again against Gret. I'm sorry, Gret, you're going. I rigged it completely in the final parts of the season. I know, and hate me for that all you want. I swear to God, do whatever you want. But the final 6 is completely rigged. Hate me for it. Don't hate me for it. I feel like it makes for a better season, though. And a lot of characters were saved. Gret almost makes it. Alec wins. I feel like he removes her. For plot narrative. Because I want a total drama versus this Adventure Camp finale and a male versus woman finale. It makes with the themes of the season. I feel like Jasmine would win the final challenge. Because at the end of the day, these shows are still made for an audience of 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds, preteens, and teens. So there's still some level of happy endings, but I still want Alec as the alt winner. Or like Alejandro was an alt winner. Or hell, Fro Duncan is main winner. I mean, he wasn't that much of a villain that season in particular, but still, it's Duncan. He clearly wasn't going to do anything nice that season either. But he did. Actually, he did, but not the point. But I feel like this is how a season like this might go. There are so many open-ended questions about how all these characters react. To quickly run down plot points, 20th and 14th was in this order: Heather, Aiden, Cameron, Rosa Maria, Bowie, and Millie. Double M, Alejandro and Zoe got eliminated. 12th to 8th was Tom, Gwen, Sean, which probably got Jasmine so pumped up to win this season. She was so mad. And Duncan. Double win again was Hunter and Ellie. 63rd was Jade, Zade, Bars, Tess, and Gret. Bars. Second place, or the alternative winner, would be Alec, and first place is Jasmine. Also, this is the only time anything from Pocktail will be good and not depressed and make people want to cause anarchy to several Earths. This is the end of the video, and I really do hope you guys enjoy this and don't hate me. I don't know how to end this recording. I'll cut this out of the video maybe.